Want to be healthy? Of course you do. What is the healthiest thing on the planet to eat? Let's find out. Welcome to the Fabulous Health Show. My name is Terry Chrisman, and I'm a plant-based nutritionist. And this podcast is all about helping you obtain optimal health so that you can live a long, happy life and age with grace and vitality. So welcome to episode 23. And today we're going to discover what is the healthiest food on the planet that you can eat every single day. Before we do that, let me tell you about this podcast. It goes live every day, 10 a.m. US Central Time on Facebook, on my public page, terrychrisman.10, and also on my YouTube channel, Fabulous Health. After that, I load it up to all your favorite podcast platforms so that you can listen to it in the car while you're riding your bike, while you're going for a jog. And you can find those podcast platforms right on my website, fabuloushealth.net. Just click on the podcast tab and then you can sign up to your favorite podcast. So what do we need out of food and why would it make a food really, really healthy? Well, I'm going to introduce you to two concepts. The first one is nutrient density and the second one is energy density. And I'm going to describe to you what those two things mean. So a food that is very nutrient dense means that it's chock full of vitamins and minerals, phytonutrients and fiber, but it's got hardly any calories. Calories are energy. So something that's really nutrient dense, lots of nutrients, very little calories, very little energy. Something that's energy dense is something that has a lot of calories, but not very much nutrition. So I'm talking about things like processed food, fried foods, sugar-laden cereals, sugar beverages, alcohol, things like that. Very energy dense, but not nutrient dense, nutrient devoid or nutrient lacking, so to speak. So when we talk about what is the healthiest food on the planet, we want something that is the most nutrient dense food that you can get. And that food is green leafy vegetables, specifically spinach and kale. Now, before you all start sending me comments, oh no, there's this fantastic food called spirulina that's really, really healthy and it's much better for you than kale and spinach. Dude, do you ever go to the supermarket and buy yourself spirulina? Maybe some of you do, but 99% of the people listening to this podcast, I am sure, don't even know what spirulina is. It's not something that you can get down the supermarket and that you can eat every single day. It's a processed food anyway. You can't, it has to be dried and processed, and it's not something that I want to talk about today. But the most healthiest food on the planet that you can buy and you can grow and that you can eat every single day are dark leafy green vegetables, specifically spinach and kale. And they are green, and the greener they are, the better. The green pigment is a phytonutrient called chlorophyll. And its chemical structure is very similar to hemoglobin in our blood. But the only difference is that chlorophyll has an iron molecule attached to it, and hemoglobin in our blood has a magnesium molecule attached to it. So what does that tell you? It tells you that dark, leafy, green vegetables are a good source of iron. And that is really good for your body as well, because we need iron in our bodies. Now, people say, oh, I could eat meat if I want to have iron. Well, the iron in meat is heme iron. And heme iron has been caused to call colorectal cancer, lung cancer, pancreatic cancer, and diabetes. So you want to stay away from heme iron. Non-heme iron, however, has none of those dangers. Plus, it's really well absorbed by the body when you take it with vitamin C foods such as red peppers and tomatoes. People will argue that heme iron is better absorbed. Well, I don't want to absorb anything that's going to cause me cancer, so I'd rather not eat that at all. And the non-heme iron, you don't need tons of iron in your body anyway, so you just have the non-heme iron with those vitamin C foods, and you're fine. So let's talk about chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, which is the green pigment, that is a type of beta carotene. And beta carotene is also found in orange and yellow veggies, such as carrots and orange and yellow peppers. And beta carotene is an antioxidant. And antioxidants are magnificent. Antioxidants help protect cells from oxidative stress and damage. Antioxidants fix errors in our DNA replication. So that prevents us from getting cancer, and antioxidants are anti-aging. How fantastic is that? All that from eating a piece of green vegetable. Chlorophyll can also reduce inflammation and bacterial growth in skin wounds, and it can improve the quality of our blood cells. So let's have a look at some of the vitamins that are also in spinach and kale and dark leafy greens. Remember, the darker the better. Vitamin A, it's the eye vitamin, and it's really good for tissue repair. And I know you can get vitamins in capsules, but eating the whole food is the best thing to do because your body knows how much it needs, and it works with all the other vitamins and phytochemicals in synergy to give you a much better result with your health. Plus, if you take vitamin A supplementation, it is quite dangerous and you can overdose on it. That's another story. I'll do a podcast on that as well. Green leafies are also full of vitamin B, all the groups of vitamin B. And vitamin B is essential for energy production, the nervous system, and cell growth. And I did a podcast just a few days ago on vitamin B12, and that gives you more indication about all those fantastic things that vitamin B can do for you. Green leafies have got vitamin C inside them. So that's also a powerful antioxidant. It helps it helps fight infections, and it heals wounds. Green leafies have vitamin K, which is a great blood clotting agent. It's infection fighting, and it's really good for healthy bones. Green leafy vegetables such as kale and spinach also have all the minerals. It has iron, calcium, zinc, magnesium, iodine. Really good for your hormones, for your immune support, for healthy metabolism, and for good recovery after exercise. And of course, like all fibrous vegetables, green leafy vegetables, kale and spinach are full of fiber. Fiber is essential for gut health. It helps your healthy bacteria in your gut, and it helps balance your microbiota. So that is all the healthy bacteria that's in your gut, which leads to a healthy body. And all of these things are anti-cancer. Prevention is better than cure. So do I buy my spinach and kale frozen? Do I buy it fresh? Do I buy it canned? Well, the best way is to grow it yourself. It's so easy. If you don't have any dirt, I grow mine in a hydroponic tower called the Tower Garden. You can check that out on my website, or you can just get a pot and get some seeds and grow them on the windowsill. You don't need a lot of soil. If you've got a tiny weeny little garden, they go great in the garden. They really like the cool weather. So if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, now is the time to be planting those dark leafy green vegetables. Buy them fresh from the farmer's market. Please get organic. Organic is really important because dark green leafy vegetables suck up pesticides like nobody's business, and you do not want those pesticides in your body. And really, the extra money that you pay for organic is minimal compared to the extra benefit you get from buying the organic and the benefit to your body, because your body's not going to be fighting those pesticides. Refrigerate them, put them in a Ziploc bag, and eat them as soon as possible. Okay, before you freak out and say, I bought some kale, I tasted it, it was like eating grass, I hated it, I'm never going to eat it again. You can do so many things with it. You can eat it raw, you can chop it up into little itty bitty bits and put it in your salads with other vegetables that you really like and you don't even notice it. You can juice it, you can put it in your soup smoothies. You can cook it in soups and sauces. You can add it to your pasta sauce and then blend it up. You don't even notice it. You can put it in your lasagna. It's so versatile. I grow kale and it goes absolutely crazy. So when I've got too much, I juice it and put it in little ice cube trays. And then when I want some kale into my soups and stews and smoothies, I just throw one of those little kale ice cubes into that dish and it's done and dusted. The amount of nutrition you get in green leafy vegetables is phenomenal. I challenge you to go to the farmer's market right now, go to the nursery, buy your seeds, go to the supermarket, buy a bunch of it and try it in your food. Your body will thank you. And if you don't like the taste of it, find out ways that you can add it to your food so that it tastes delicious. I hope that was valuable for you. I'd love to hear how you use your kale and your spinach. And please go check me out on Fabulous Health. You can find lots of all the podcasts there, lots of blogs and recipes and all sorts of good information there. And if you want to take it to the next level, try out my new online weight course. It's called The Quick Road to Fabulous Health. And if you use the code podcast on your checkout, I'll give you 50% off. What a good deal is that? Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about alcohol. How much alcohol is too much? Tune in, same time tomorrow, and I'll let you know. I want you to have a fabulous day, and I'll see you later.